Thank you very much for joining me on today's chair standing based exercise. Depending on which level you choose, it's completely up to you. Most of the exercises, if not all, could be done seated, and I'll give you the options of standing at the same time. To start off with, if any of these movements don't feel comfortable, please stop, wait for the next exercise, and we'll go from there. This can be roughly, well, intensity is more about the movement rather than how much we're going to get your heart rate going. We'll be doing a bit of cardio, but the most important thing is for us to be moving more consistently, which will help you throughout this period, as well as make sure that those joints stay functional and don't stiffen up too much. So if we walk on the squat to start off with, and you can sit up nice and tall, get those knees up. Now if you choose, keep going please. If you choose, you could do standing on the spot. So that's absolutely fine. You get those knees nice and high. Just get the body temperature going, absolutely fine. Keep your chest nice and tall, sitting nice and upright. You go for another 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next exercise again can be done seated or standing, whichever you choose. I'll demonstrate both. But I'd like us to start with the arms out in front of our chest, with our thumbs pointing up towards the ceiling. Then slowly reach up as far back as we can, putting the tummy gently in. From there we're going to reach up as far as we feel comfortable and bring the arms back down. Stay seated if you choose. You could go standing. Again, thumbs behind me, arms up as high as I can go. Reaching up a little bit more and bring the arms back down. We go for 3 more. Start with the arms out in front of us. Arms up, reach up behind us and bring the arms back down and relax. Arms up, reach your arms up nice and high. Draw the tummy in gently. Reach up a little bit more if you choose and back down. And last one, arms up shoulder height, thumbs reaching behind us, reach up nice and tall. And from there you can choose, if you're standing, go down, touch your toes or as far as you feel comfortable. From there, reach down to touch, back up, arms shoulder height, chin nod down, reach, touch your toes, or that position, reach down as far as you feel comfortable. Use your tummy to pull yourself back up again. So you pulling up from that position. Let's go one more to finish off with. And up we come. You could opt to stay seated, or you could go standing. We're going to do some shoulder rolls. So we can take the shoulders up to the ears and pull them back. Pull them up, back, and down, up, back, and down. Just really get that movement through those shoulders, feeling comfortable. Up, back, and down. One last one. The next one's going to be to stretch out our glutes. So you can start with whichever leg you want to feel comfortable with, but I'll start with my right leg over my left thigh. What we're looking at doing here is very gently just leaning forward from our chest and our torso towards my shin. You'll feel the stretch around this glute. What we're going to do is we do a rhythmical movement in and out. So rock back, rock forward. Just smoothly in and out. We'll do that for 20 seconds. So nice and comfortably in and out. One last one. We'll pop that leg over. If you're told not to cross your leg over, what you could do is bring your knee up towards your chest, up and down if you choose as well. And from that position we'll rock in and out for 20 seconds. Really good at loosening off the hip joint. Couple more rocks forward and backwards. And relax. Okay, shoulder rolls again. So up and back to a total of 5. And relax from there. I'll demonstrate both exercises. This time, what we're going to do to start off with is we'll do leg extensions seated. So what I'd like you to do is grab the back of your leg from there and you're going to straighten out, engaging the muscles to the front of your thigh here, and you'll feel the consequent stretch of the back of the leg. We're going to do an isometric contraction, so that's going to hold it for 5 to 6 seconds, and we'll alternate between right and left and swap sides. So you're going to grab the back of that leg, straighten out, feel the muscles working through the front of the thigh, and relax. I'll show you from a side-on view. From there, up, engage, squeezing those muscles through the front of that thigh, and down we go. And alternate, squeeze and engage. Very good. We're going to do, I'm happy for you to stay seated, but I'm going to give you an option of making this a little bit harder if you choose to stand after we've done the next repetition on each leg. And swap sides, the last one, before you opt to stand. Of course, you can stay seated and continue. And what we'll do is we'll do 3 on each side standing if you chose to. And relax. So if we went to a standing option, what we'll do from there, hold onto the chair, we're going to squeeze the muscle of the thigh, lift up, nice lovely tall posture. If you want to make it harder, you lift up higher. You'll feel the muscles through the thigh working. We'll bring that leg back down and we'll swap sides. Be mindful of leaning back too much, so you want to feel like you're working through that position, holding it. Isometric is really good for stability, mobility as well, and also to decrease inflammation around our joints. So from there, engage and hold. The higher you lift it, the more challenging it becomes, so you really feel work in that position. Down we go. Up and engage. Of course, you can stay seated. Down if you feel you've had enough. You can go seated, or one last one on each side. Keep that lovely posture. 3, 2, 1. If you're seated, we can march whilst on the spot or standing. Just get those legs working. So we do have the option, of course. Just keep marching on that spot there for us, please. Another 15 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. If you are standing, I'd like you to take a seat. We're going to move on to some lovely calf raises. What we're going to do from there is we're going to just lean our body a little bit more onto our feet. So just leaning, so we get a little more weight through our thighs as well. We're going to lift up onto our toes. So you feel the muscle in the back of the calf switch on. We're going to hold that for 5 seconds. Again, fantastic way of switching on, engaging. And from there we're going to slowly go back down again. And we're going to push up onto our toes. You'll feel those calves working nicely. And nice and slowly back down. I'm going to do a side-on view so you can see from that position as well. So from there we're going to come up onto our toes. And slowly back down. Up we come. The more I squeeze up and squeeze and engage, the more it works, but it's up to you in what intensity you choose to use. And slowly back down. Up and engage. What we're going to do is we're going to do 2 more of the holds, and we're going to come up and down for 10. So nice and slowly back down. Last one with an isometric hold, up we come and hold. And down we go. Now we're going to go up and down for 10. Up, down, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You could choose to have a rest, or you could do the same exercise we've done seated, up and down, or if you opt for the more challenging one, I'm happy for you to do standing with the support of the chair. So what we're going to do, we're going to do some standing calf raises, and we're going to keep our knees nice and soft. So rather than legs locked down, knees nice and soft, we're going to come up onto our toes, and from that position we're going to go down nice and slowly back down. So push up onto our toes, and slowly back down. If you're able to, and you're comfortable without using support, you can have your hands on the hips, and then up we come onto your toes as high as you can, and then nice and slowly back down. That's it. We could use the support with a chair as well, and slowly going up and down. So real concentration on that. There's find a spot in front of you that you can concentrate on, up onto your toes, and then really nice and slowly back down. We're going to do 3 more. We use support for the last 3. Up we come. Slowly back down. You should feel those calves really nice and warm now. The slowly back down part helps us to lengthen and stretch our calves. Otherwise what happens is we keep working them, and if we don't lengthen them as well, then they just get shorter, and that gives us unnecessary problems as well. Okay, so from that position what we're going to do is you can either stay standing or you could go seated. If you're not seated already, of course. And we're going to do some shoulder raises to the side. So we're going to lift our arms up into this position, thumbs pointing up towards the ceiling. And from that position we're going to bring it out in front of our chest. Relax the upper shoulders. Open up to the side there. Lowering arms back down and relax. Sitting up nice and tall through that position. Arms up, thumbs pointing up towards the ceiling. Relaxes upper shoulders. You can watch someone do that, keep it down. Arms cross our chest into that position. You feel like you're squeezing a ball in front of you. Open up. Relax upper shoulders. And bring back down and relax. We're going to do 1 more of those from there, please. So you're going to lift the arms up, thumbs up towards the ceiling. Close through the front of our chest, squeezing and hold. Open up and relax back down. Just shake out the arms and shoulders. That's absolutely fine. Next exercise, we're going to go into shoulder press position. So pretty much in a goalpost position there. What I'm going to get you to do is stretch your fingers out as much as you can. And we're going to hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, close your hands, and from there you're going to reach your arms up, relax those upper shoulders, bring them back down again, open up your hands again as much as you can, really stretch them out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, close your hands gently, reach them back up and bring them back down. This time we're going to stretch our hands open. You do the exercise. You're going to bring your index finger towards your thumb, then your middle finger, ring finger, tiny finger, palms open, reach back up, bring it back down, stretch those fingers out as much as you can. Index finger, middle finger, index finger, ring finger, tiny finger, open up the hands and reach back up and relax those arms and shoulders. Just a few shoulder rolls, just really comfortable, open and close. What you can do as well from there is just do a chin nod down, stretch between the shoulder blades and open up. If you're standing, it'll be the same, chin nod down, stretch and gently back up. When I'm gently coming back up, I'm just lifting my chest up into that position. Chin nod down and lift back up. Chin nod down and lift back up. Okay, we're going to do some rows. The key here is for us to engage the muscle between the shoulder blades. Again, seated or standing, I'll demonstrate both. Hands out in front of us. Imagine you're going to pull something towards you. And what I'm looking for here is to get the chest tall. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades. Imagine them moving towards each other. We're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. I'll demonstrate standing, so happy for you to stay seated. From that position, you're going to pull back. Make sure you're not doing that. Keeping your chest tall and then squeezing those shoulder blades towards each other and hold them. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Arms out in front of us. And from there, squeeze and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Last 2. Squeeze and hold. Really feel them working. 2, 1, and relax. One last one. Imagine you're pulling, but trying to feel you're using your shoulder blades to squeeze back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax those arms and shoulders. So from there you can go chin nod down, create a lovely stretch. You can reach down a little low if you choose. And from there you're just going to open back up. Chin nod down and back up. And if you fancy from that position, you could go, if you standing, chin nod down to that stretch and open up, down and open up. Let's go one last one. And stop there, well done. We're going to move on to some abdominal work, and what we're going to do from there is I want you to move to the center of your chair. So if I show you side on here, so center of the chair, everyone's going to stay seated for this one. We're going to cross our hands over our chest. What I'm looking for you is just to lean back as far as you feel like your tummy muscles are switching on. If you're feeling unnecessary tension through the lower back, make sure that you're creating a very gentle tilt like this here. So you just create a little gentle tilt for us to switch our tummy on. And we're going to move back as far as we feel comfortable. And we're going to rock ourselves back up. If you want to make it harder, you move your feet further away, you rock back further, and then you come back up. So you go back, and then up we come. Just really use the muscles to feel like they're switching. If I'm going down there and connecting my tummy together with my hip bone, so the upper rib cage with my hip bone, and then putting it back up. So again, down and up. You could just go there and then back up. Really good for us to get those hips and the tummy working in this movement. So one more, and then I'm going to do an exercise to loosen these off, which are known as QL seated glides, but really importantly, they help to release the muscles through the lower part of the back. And stop there. Cross the hands over again. Imagine your shoulders are staying nice and even as I move my head and shoulder weight over onto my right thigh, I beg pardon, left thigh, and then back over to the right thigh. So I'm just rocking my weight gently right and left. And I'm sitting up nice and tall. Keep this movement nice and gentle. Superb. In 3, 2, 1, and relax. Next one is you're going to do some torso seated rotations. You're going to cross our hands back over our chest. And what we're going to look from there is going to lean back as far as we feel comfortable, where our tummy feels like it switches on. And from there I'm going to turn my head and shoulders. So if I turn towards my right hand side and imagine my right shoulder turning back, my head's going to work with it as far as I feel comfortable. Hold it there for a couple of seconds, bring it back up to the center and go over towards the left hand side. And back up. If you choose, keep going if you're happy with the exercise. From that position, connecting my tummy, rotating, holding, back up to the center, rotate the other way, back up to the center. You can take a rest between each one, okay? So you don't have to stay under tension all the time. And then from there you can choose to go left hand side first this time. Feel the connection with the tummy. Rotate back up towards the right. If I take my feet further away, I'll make this harder. Back to the center, take a rest. Make it a little bit easier. Down, I'm going to go right this time. 1, 2, back to the center, over towards the opposite side. Keep that connection through the tummy, back up. Okay, we're going to do one more to finish off with. Again, rotate and hold. Keep the connection to the tummy. Really feel like that's working. If you feel like it's too much, you stop whenever you feel you've had enough. And relax. To loosen off these, again we're going to do our seated QR glides again. So hands crossed over the shoulders and just move right and left. So nice and smooth and rhythmical. So we're going to move on to, just to get the blood flow moving around our body, just increase our body temperature as well. Do a little bit of cardio. We're going to move on to, just from there, just nice, easy punches, okay? So from there, the more I turn my chest, the more we're going to get a bit more rotation through the abdominals and shoulders and core as well, or thoracic spine at least. So just moving in and out. Again, if you choose, you opt for it, you can opt for standing. Happy with that? Whichever one you choose. Then from there we're going to move on to marching in 3, 2, 1. From there, you choose whichever one you're going to do. High knees, that's fine. Or seat or standing marching, that's absolutely fine. If you want to make it a little more challenging, just move across your body as well. Higher the knees, the more you've got to work. Same thing when I'm sat down. The higher I bring those knees, the more I've got to feel like I'm really working through the tummy and hips. We're going to change the angle of our air punches now to go up. Down. Again, you could go standing if you choose. We're going to go back to our marching. Whichever one you're off for. 5, 4, 3, 2, back onto our air punches. You can change the angle which you're punching at as well. Let's go up. Last set on the air punches, and we'll finish off with our marching. In 3, 2, 1. Back into your marching. Again, if you're standing, that's fine. You could stay standing through pretty much all the exercises if you chose to, or seated, whichever you feel comfortable with. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Well done, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me through this class, and I look forward to seeing you soon. All the best.